understand you're a man that knows how to get things.
Hey, look, these are not ideal scrapping conditions, but yet, here we go anyway. I don't think we're gonna find much, but if it's out, we'll pick it up. Maybe. Now, I do believe that if I were to mount this thing in the little chest mount gimmick, that as moist out as it is, within about 7 seconds, we'd have a rain-soaked screen and the viewing would not be adequate for yours or my liking. So, how about we just try to do a little handheld freeballing it type action, and if I see something that causes me to bring the wagon to a halt, by golly, I'll get the camera out and show you what it is. How about that? Is that a deal? Does that work for you? Because I think that's the way I'm going to do it. Hey, look, we found some scraps. I don't know, it's not much, but it's a start, right? Hey, I found a lamp. I guess we'll take a lamp. Well, I don't know. It's a lot of wood on it, but... We got a lamp and a chair. Whew. Drive time. There's just nothing out here. I mean, nothing. It's not that we're like seeing stuff, there's just nothing to pick up. I mean, there's just nothing. Water. That's about all there is out here. Wait, look, there's some garbage dead ahead. Unfortunately, that's all it is someone's garbage. Because there's nothing out here. We should have just stayed at the barn. There's a couple of cans. Alright, well, I'm going to continue looking at nothing for about 10 more minutes, and then I give up. Sorry. We would be best served to just save our gas for another time. Well, that was Sunday. We got a chair, a lamp, and I don't know if you noticed, but the people that had the lamp, they had a fold-em-up couch put out, or set out. Either way, we picked it up. So, fold-em-up couch, big gaudy wooden lamp, and plastic wicker / metal frame patio chair. Sunday complete. We should have just stayed at the house, man, I'm telling you. Anyway, it's still sprinkling out here. Are you getting wet yet? Because I am. Alright, I'm going to go inside. I'm sorry, Andy. I couldn't find anything for you today. Sorry, I don't do very good Morgan Freeman. No, Mr. Dufresne. Today, I am not the man you would like to see to find things for you. You're going to have to talk to old Red about that. We'll see you tomorrow. Smoke them if you got them. So I just finished watching Pat's video in there, and boxer man. And anyway, he said finding the scraps is the most stressful part of it. Man, you're doing it all wrong. You are doing it all wrong. Finding the stuff should be the most fun. That's the only reason I do it. Do you think I'm making $1 million here? You see that big fancy barn I had built with all the proceeds? Like, I just do it because it's fun, man. I like to find the cool stuff. Like the Versato bicycle that nobody on planet Earth wants. That's why they threw it in the garbage. Yeah, I know, right? I know one person that wants it, but I was trying to save it from that fate. But we may ride it from there to there one day. But now, man, like, yeah, this shit shouldn't be stressful. That's what I was trying to say yesterday. It's like, you gotta have fun doing it. You gotta have fun doing the scrapping too. If you ain't having fun doing it, why are you doing it? And finding the stuff should not be stressful. Do you think Mr. Scrappity is stressed when I tell somebody, hey, I'm gonna be back in about an hour for that? Can you just hear the distress and all that? You can get stressed going to work. Why would you want to, like, put yourself voluntarily into something that's stressing you out, man? Anyway, it's raining now. I figured it might melt some of this, but so far it just made it soupy. You may have been wondering why the little line is dangling more than usual. I got one of them big strands of like LED lights on it. You should see it at night when I plug it in. It looks real. Not so good. It does light up quite a bit though, so I don't know. We'll probably scrap some anyway. Just thinking about it stresses me out, though. Alright, look, it's pretty cool out there, so how about a new segment? We could do window time with Mr. Scrappity, and we'll tell you a little story. Would you like that? Okay, here's a little story. Here's a little curbside story. It was Tuesday. I don't know if it was this last Tuesday or the one before. I don't know. It was definitely a Tuesday that has passed because this thing happened. Alright, look, we was riding around, right? And it was a little cul-de-sac street. And upon entering, I seen this little thing. It was square. It's, let me think. About the size of what? I don't know. Maybe a box of saltine crackers, Kind of like, I don't know, 4x8, sort of. This little shiny thing. It was on the left side of the road, so it was on the opposite side of the street as I was entering the cul-de-sac, and I seen it. And it was getting dark, so note that. And I seen it, and it kind of like glimmered, It's like, oh look, scrappy bit, but it was so small like that. I was like, yeah, whatever. I just kept going, and I knew it was a dead end street, so we're gonna have to come back past it, and it would be on that side of the road at that point too. So I was like, yeah, whatever. Anyway, so I did the cul-de-sac, and I was coming back by it, and I knew I was like approaching it, and I was glancing, and right as I went ahead and passed it again, but right as I passed it, I noticed, I was like, hey man, that looks stainless. Just because I'm that good, like I didn't get out, I didn't even have to get out and touch it or like hold it to my lips or anything. I could just look at it and be like, that looks stainless. Well, the end of the cul-de-sac where it like goes back out, it's a four-way stop, and there was a man walking his dog right across the intersection there. And so I'm slowing down because I'm approaching a stop sign, plus there's a man and a dog walking across the intersection, so I'm going even a little bit slower. And then he waves, and I kind of like take my hand from the wheel and kind of wave, gently there, and and then I notice like he's still waving, and I'm like, oh shit, he wants to say something. So I stop because it's a stop sign, and there's a man with a dog there waving. So I rolled a window down, and he says, I had something set out back there, a little piece of stainless steel. Did you get that? And or did you see it? And I said, yep. And he said, did you pick it up? And I said, yep. And he said, great, thank you. But as you've just learned in the story here, we didn't stop and pick it up. So, do you think that stressed me out? No, not a bit. It was actually the complete opposite. Like, it lightened the mood because I knew, like, this man's going to be walking back to his driveway with his dog, and he's going to be like, it's still laying there. Like, why did that man lie to me? And I didn't necessarily lie to the guy. I don't know. The yep just came out before I realized, like, what he had asked and what I had said, and I don't know. It just kind of happened that way. But I found it really funny. The camera wasn't rolling. You didn't get to see that. I thought you would enjoy this story. I enjoyed living the story. So. But anyway, ain't that funny? I told him, yep. And then he walked back to his house, and it was still laying there. And, he was all like, do you think that messed up the man's entire evening? Like, did he go back inside and tell his wife, like, honey, I seen this guy. And he told me he picked it up.